Surprise, surprise, Alabama football has produced yet another elite wide receiver prospect, this time in Jameson Williams, and he is just as much, if not more, fun to watch than those who came out of Bama before him. His athleticism in and out of his breaks makes him the best pure separator in this 2022 receiver class, and will make his quarterback very happy at the next level. I love the way that Williams varies his speed to manipulate defenders in the stem portion of his routes, which you can see on this play from last season against Mississippi State. Williams is running a 15-yard curl route against off coverage at the top of your screen, and I want you to pay close attention to the speed at which he comes off the line of scrimmage compared to that of when he goes into his break. Coming off the line, he's moving, but not at full speed. This lets Williams close the gap between himself and the defensive back. Then, when he gets about 5 yards off the line, he slams on the gas. You can see his stride get longer and his head go down, all in an effort to make the DB think he's running deep. Once he gets to his landmark at about the 40-yard line, he gets real low to the ground for a nice, sudden break and creates enough separation to make a play after the catch. The reason why defensive backs have to give Williams so much respect is because he has game-breaking long speed. And even more importantly, he can get to that top speed in just a few steps. He took the top off the defense so many times last season, and his ability to create vertical separation on deep double moves is second to none in this 2022 class. I'm confident that all of what I've talked about so far will translate at the next level. Williams will continue to separate with speed manipulation and precise routes, and he projects as a true deep threat. But I do have concerns about his size, or lack thereof, will affect his performance in the NFL. At 6'2", 190, Williams doesn't have the ideal frame of a receiver who lines up outside, and this lack of size shows up against physical defensive backs. In Alabama's 2021 game against Florida, this issue was specifically apparent because Williams was contacted at the line of scrimmage on the vast majority of plays, and his wins off the line in that game were few and far between. Here, Williams is lined up at the bottom of your screen running a 5-yard curl, and the cornerback's contact at the line of scrimmage disrupts his release. Then, he continues to struggle to fight through contact at the break of the route. He did turn his shoulders toward the sideline when releasing off the line of scrimmage, which is a good thing because it minimized the corner's target for the jam, but he wasn't elusive enough to make the jam miss completely. This is something I talked about last year in my scouting report on Devontae Smith, and the reason why I didn't think Smith would struggle to beat press in the NFL despite his size was because he was so good at dodging jams at the line in college. Williams isn't that good at dodging jams, and he doesn't have the strength to win with hand counters at the line like some of the NFL's bigger receivers. He also tends to struggle to fight through contact during the route, like he did on this play from later in that same game against Florida. He's an elite separator, but he's not going to win fighting back to the ball, especially against the bigger, longer defensive backs that the NFL has to offer. Alabama's offensive coaching staff was great at disguising this issue by using lots of stack and bunch formations to get Williams free releases off the line of scrimmage, which can be done in the NFL too, so I don't consider it a red flag necessarily. You could also opt to play him in the slot at the next level, but that would require Williams to be more involved in the run game, which is an area where he really struggles. As a blocker, Williams demonstrated poor balance and strength, which got him thrown to the ground on multiple occasions when blocking on both run plays and screen passes. So I don't think that moving him to the slot permanently is a wise move. I think the best way to maximize his skill set is to move him all around. Put him on the outside as the Z, put him in the slot, mix in some stack and bunch sets. Just do whatever you can to make it difficult for the opposing defense to consistently jam him at the line. Williams did unfortunately suffer an ankle injury at the end of the 2021 college football season, which could affect his draft position, but I'm not a doctor, so I can't speak on how that will affect him at the next level. He is my #1 receiver in this very deep 2022 class, and I think he will turn into a productive receiver at the next level. But that's going to do it for today. Some of you are probably wondering where I've been since the Super Bowl, and I'm excited to announce that I've started an internship with the University at Buffalo football team. So between that and college classes, I've been pretty busy lately, but I'm going to upload as much as I can between now and the draft. You can follow me on Twitter and check out my Patreon page at the links in the description, but that's all I've got for now. So until next time, later.